Have you ever pondered the possibility of bringing a woolly mammoth back to life? It's an intriguing concept, isn't it? Imagine bringing an extinct species back, a creature that hasn't walked the earth in millennia. The thought stirs a sense of wonder. A snapshot from the past stepping into the present, a prehistoric scene coming alive. This idea, witnessing the majestic mammoth, its mighty tusks and woolly silhouette, is thrilling, to say the least. But how would we achieve such a task? How do we revive something that's been extinct for so long? The answer lies in a scientific process known as de-extinction. This process opens up a world where the past and present can coexist. A monumental indeed, but one that could potentially change the rules of life and death. So how do we resurrect the mammoth? Well, it all revolves around a process known as de-extinction. De-extinction, however, is a complex and largely theoretical process. Here's why. First and foremost, we need the DNA of the woolly mammoth. You see, DNA has been found in well-preserved specimens like frozen carcasses, but it's often degraded. The preservation of ancient DNA over thousands of years is a significant hurdle. Even the specimens that we consider well-preserved may have degraded genetic material. So, obtaining intact and undamaged DNA is our first big challenge. Assuming we overcome this first hurdle, the next step would be to use this viable DNA to create a living organism. Now, this could potentially be achieved through selective breeding with existing elephant species, the closest living relatives to mammoths. Another method could be through genetic engineering. But manipulating genes to recreate an extinct species is no walk in the park. It's a complex procedure, and it brings along with it a host of ethical concerns surrounding the creation of genetically modified organisms. But let's say we've managed to clear these two obstacles. We now have a woolly mammoth. What next? Well, the reintroduction of a species that has been extinct for thousands of years into our modern ecosystems could have unpredictable consequences. The ecological role of mammoths in their natural habitat has changed over time. Their reintroduction may disrupt existing ecosystems and have a significant impact on flora and fauna. Finally, we must consider the ethical and moral implications of de-extinction. Some argue that the resources used in this process could be better spent on conservation efforts for existing endangered species and ecosystems. Moreover, there are concerns about the well-being and welfare of resurrected animals, especially if they are genetically modified. This raises moral questions about the responsibility of humans in playing creators. In conclusion, while the idea of bringing back a woolly mammoth might sound exciting, it's a task filled with significant scientific, ecological, and ethical challenges. The road to de-extinction is fraught with complexity. It's a journey that invites us to examine not just our scientific capabilities, but also our responsibilities as custodians of this planet. So, the next time you find yourself pondering the return of the woolly mammoth, remember, it's not just a question of can we, but also should we.